Wednesday night baseball, Fenway Park in Boston. Here we wrap up the homestand with the finale of this two-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox. A big-time arm and a power bat. Should be fun. First pitch is next. Chris Sale is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Boston. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's hard to have all four of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
And that'll bring up Aledmys Diaz. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Shortstop, Aledmys Diaz.
And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Harold Reynolds, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Well, they won the first game of the series here. They played really good ball. So I'm looking at a club that's really, maybe they're getting on a run. Put it together. A sweep here would really kind of push them in the right direction.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. Seager up the middle. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I'm a little concerned about the struggles we're seeing from Dexter Fowler. Watching this last game, he went 0 for 4, and it just looks like he's out of sync right now. Maybe this game is the game that gets him going.
On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out.
Batting third.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He begins this one with the 4th best batting average in the National League. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1.
Well, he got ahead of him right there, and I'd even say he got away with one. Down and into this guy, that's his nitro zone right there. You don't want to float around there very often.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Down in order go the Cardinals. And now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. Trevor Bauer, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Harold, what do you got?
Matt, last outing, he couldn't get out of the 4th inning. He just wasn't able to do it. So if you're wondering, talking with the coaching staff over there and the pitching coach in particular, they just want him to give him some length in the game. If he can get to the 5th or 6th inning, they feel like he might have a shot to have a good outing.
Just got a piece up the line. But it gets foul. And Harold, we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, nobody likes to lose game 1 of the road trip, but you go on the road thinking, hey, if we can play 500 for the full road trip, we're in good standing. So right now, you're in game 2 of the road trip, and you know what? If you win today, you're what? 500. So you're actually on goal. That's why this game is a big one for you to be on point.
With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Harold? Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Pham will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
The shortstop, Corey Seager.
Coming to the plate now, Corey Seager. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
Into the box now, Paul Goldschmidt, and he's the right man for the job with runners in scoring position as he ranks 5th in the AL in RBIs entering play. Now the big overhand curveball makes him swing and miss.
Well, that hit by the 3-hole hitter right there really changes the whole inning to put somebody in scoring position, and now you bring your 4-hitter up to drive them in. It's almost like the way you script it when you're writing out a lineup.
Bauer pauses, coming at him with the 0-1. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Matt, I like how he's pitching right here. He's got that runner at second base, and he just made 2 tough pitches. Now you make him chase the ball if you want to get him out. Make him chase.
Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Molina gathers, and the throw to first ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Here's Jed Jerko now. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score.
Jerko.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
If this second inning is any indication of what we're going to see, he's got this hitter 0-2. He really learned from his last outing when he lost. He is way more aggressive now, coming right after guys and throwing strikes.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Okay, let's take a look at the defense for the Boston Red Sox, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking down there at the catcher position, Giovanni Soto. This guy calls a great game, and everybody loves throwing to him when they got a chance to have him behind the plate. Calls a great game.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Here's the pitch on 2-2. It's a swinging bunt up the line. That's a foul ball. Now look out as this is whistled foul off to the right side. Here's another 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another 2-2 offering, and a swing and a miss. So the NL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Colton Wong will stand in. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gives more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the 2-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. So digging in now, Johnny Bench. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Johnny Bench.
Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the 1st out.
All right, here's how the Cards line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And behind the plate, Yadi Molina. See all that gold? He's wearing it for a reason. He can frame it, he can catch it, he can call the game, and he's got great footwork to make the throws. You better be careful if you lead off first base. He'll stray down there and drill you. He'll get you. He will, I'm telling you. He'll pick you off.
Now at the plate, Mitch Moreland. He's always a long ball threat, currently 4th in the American League in that department. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
0-1.
The windup and the 0-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give a home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. First at bat for him in this one, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark for the year. And he comes after the next guy as well. Can't say I like what I'm seeing here. It's ball one.
Well, he came right back in there after he hit the previous batter. I like that. If you're going to work inside, you're going to hit a few guys, but you can't let that change your game plan.
Bradley waits on the 1-0. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Hey, one thing's clear. He's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one. So clearly this pitcher, he's not afraid to work that inner half of the plate.
Here's the 2-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Pham is there. And he makes the catch for the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting 8th, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Ball one.
No strike.
Here comes the 1-0. This is line to left. Well, this is right to him in left as he hardly has to move as he handles it for the final out. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. 2 complete. Still scoreless here on the show. Back alongside Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as it'll be Yadi Molina to lead things off. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds.
Well, you make in-game adjustments, right, Matt? I mean, they've had a hard time scoring. Right here, he jumps on the first pitch to get things going, so I see a little bit of a change. Maybe this is how they jumpstart their offense for the rest of the game.
Here's Johnny Peralta now, currently with the 3rd best home run total on the ball club. Hands held high by Peralta. Now the pitch. He pops up the changeup, heading out towards shallow right. There to play it is Moreland, and there's one away.
Batting 9th, left fielder, Tommy Pham.
At the plate, Tommy Pham. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Has a look. Now the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact with. And when you fall behind 0-2, good luck.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Tommy Pham is out number 2 here in the 3rd inning. Aledmus Diaz is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Here it comes, 0-2. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 1 left for the Cardinals. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Here's the catcher, Giovanni Soto now.
Leading
the
off
average
for the Red
for him
Sox.
entering play, not
Catcher,
far north of 200.
Giovanni Soto.
Fouled back. The windup and the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Picked up by Peralta. One away. So with one gone for him here in the inning, let's check out our current standings, and you can see they enter play with a 2-game lead in the division race. Here's Mookie Betts, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Set to deliver the 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2.
Number 15.
Ready for another chance? Dustin Pedroia. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that will end up a foul ball.
He's done a nice job of getting those 2 quick outs before the 2 hitters coming to the plate right now, because he knows what's sitting down there down the order. So you stay aggressive against those little guys, try to get them out the way.
Here comes the 0-1. Looks at a changeup right over the middle.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys. Man, you get great results. 2 quick outs, and now he's 0-2 on this hitter.
Bauer sets his sights. Here's the 0-2. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Gets a small piece near the plate, but that one rolls foul.
Now that's some good hitting. You hear the cliche good hitting, but that is. He fouls off a changeup with 2 strikes. Very difficult to do.
Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. And there is Dexter Fowler, and he'll step in to start things out against Chris Sale. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And Fowler swings and misses as he's retired for round number 1.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Stepping in now, Matt Carpenter. Look out over near the on-deck circle as he whistles this one fouled off to the left. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here it comes. high in the air out towards shallow right. Betts has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 3, second baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jed Jerko comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. This one's down to third. Bench scoops it up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Digging in for his second at-bat, Corey Seager. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Number 11.
Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox half of the inning. So make it 2 hits for him in this one as he's on base here in the home 4th. And you can see right there he currently sits second on the Red Sox in that category. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Fowler has a read on it. 1 out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about getting in to try it again. He'll look to bounce back after striking out. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike.
Oh, he got out in front of a changeup. He's looking for a fastball right there because he got the bat head so far out he was able to pull it. If that was a fastball, he might have kept it fair.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Look into Molina. Now the 1-1. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. On to Carpenter. It's a double play, and that ends the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Striding in once again, Stephen Piscotty. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Stephen Piscotty.
Into the windup and the pitch. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
He hasn't used that pitch much this game. That's one he's been working on the bullpen, and now he's brought it into the game. If he's able to incorporate that in his stuff, look out.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
We are watching a great pitch.
Ouch, that one hit him. Colton Wong will stand in. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And that's in there for strike 1.
I like the aggressiveness, Matt. He hits the batter, then he comes right back with the fastball and says, dare you to hit it. I'm coming after you.
And he's set down, 1 away.
The batter, number 4, catcher Yadier Molina.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. A base hit in his first trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled back. The 0-1 delivery. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And Molina swings and misses that time as he's a strikeout victim here. 2 away. In now, Johnny Peralta. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Peralta.
Liner towards second, but this is right to Pedroia, and the inning is over. Cards leave 1. Halfway home, still no score. Striding into the box, Mitch Moreland. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he misses 2-1.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Slice down the left side, but foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Lined hard to center field. Pham has to run a ways before he gets there in time to record the out. How about that?
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike one. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that will end up a foul ball. Bases are empty, one man out. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Bradley is retired, 2 down now.
Left fielder.
Stepping up to the plate, Andrew Benintendi hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. And this is going to be a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
This guy's just a good hitter. You can tell anytime you get a base hit on 2 strikes and you stay with that ball right there, that's why the average is going to stay over 300.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and standing in is the catcher Giovanni Soto. First pitch of the at-bat. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. 50th pitch of the game on its way. And this one's in the dirt. Bauer pauses. Here's the 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
1 and 2, here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Red Sox leave 1. 6th inning coming up. Striding in once again, Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Tommy Pham.
And that swung on and missed for strike one. 0-1, here it comes. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game and he continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Down the third baseline. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Infield single, as innocent as it may sound, that might be a rally starter right there.
Dexter Fowler.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here it's strike 1. No hits to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Well, that right there is perfect for taking the ball inside and shooting it the other way. You hear that terminology, hands inside the ball. The only way you're going to do that is you pull your hands in hard and stay inside the baseball. Nice piece of hitting.
Here's Matt Carpenter. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here it's strike 1. 0-for-2 for him to this point. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate he just fouled it off.
And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Jed Jerko is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ballgame, and the inning is over. Cards strand a couple. Still no score. Here's Mookie Betts. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0-for-2 at this point.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Here's the first pitch to him. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a line drive. But this will be foul.
He hit that changeup hard. Man, he saw it good. Just wasn't able to keep it fair.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia.
As he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field.
Piscotty in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Digging in to try it again. Corey Seager. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
Here comes the 1-0. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
We're really watching a great performance. This is a good hitting team. He's got 2 outs already in the 6th inning. We're 1 out away from watching him get through the 6th with all zeros on the board.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. One and one, here it comes. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Boy, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now, because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball and got fooled.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Stephen Piscotty goes down for the first out in the 7th inning. Ready for another shot now, Colton Wong. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. 1 out, nobody on. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Digging in once again, Yadier Molina. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Drilled to the right side. There to get it is Pedroia. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. We are. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The windup and the 0-1. Dribbled up the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Johnny Bench. As he lifts it in the air to right field. Piscotty will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, first baseman.
There's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only one strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. Down the first baseline. Taken in by Carpenter, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and we still have no score. Here's Johnny Peralta now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Third baseman, Johnny Peralta.
Here comes the first pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that's going to be a base hit. So a good start as the possible go-ahead run is aboard to start the 8th. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, come on, man. 8th inning. He was getting me nervous. This looked like this might be his last at bat and his last opportunity.
Tommy Pham stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
I think he wanted that pitch right there. But you know, he's been throwing the ball real well tonight, and he's been getting a lot of favorable calls from the umpire, too.
He will go to shortstop covering, and they do get the force at second. That was not an easy play.
The batter, shortstop, Aledmys Diaz.
Here's the first pitch to him. Looks at a changeup on the inside corner for a strike. And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. Line to the right side. But he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Dexter.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Dexter Fowler is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1.
Well, he's really peppering the zone right there.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Benintendi racing back. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here's Matt Carpenter.
Carpenter.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here comes Sox manager John Farrell on his way out to the mound.
Number 60.
And he's going to make a change as that'll be all for his starter, Chris Sale. So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. And another foul ball. Another 0-2 home. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Ready with another 0-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
Here's a ball skied in the air near the line, back behind first. And Pedroia will make the catch, and the inning is over. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's now 2-0 St. Louis. Greg Garcia head and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Matt, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out call to be reviewed.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I think he'll see what his replay guys think first. Looking at it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he was out or not. Tough call.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Red Sox have elected to challenge the
All right, we'll
play.
take one last look at it here. The question is there enough video evidence to change the call to safe? And wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat that throw. This challenge might work out for him.
The decision appears to have been made as the headset comes off, and the runner is safe. So the call is overturned. The runner will stay at first base, and they maintain the right to challenge further plays going forward.
And the batter ruled safe.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. A 1 pitch on its way. A swing and a miss at one that almost hit him.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The next 0-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Here's the catcher Giovanni Soto now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. He's set, and the pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Pham going back on it. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster.
Well, the green monster comes into play. You don't see that many other places. I don't think any other place. That's the coolness of Fenway Park and the green monster. You get held to a single, but man, you hit a ball off the monster. You can tell everybody that one.
Here's Mookie Betts, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In the dirt here. And the runners will stay put here on ball one. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Back up the middle. Oh, what a play! To second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox. They're down 2-0. Welcome back to baseball on the show from Beantown, Boston, Mass. We're set for the final innings of this one. Ready once again, Jed Jerko. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Jed Jerko.
Craig Kimbrell enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. And this is pulled hard but foul. They brought their gloves for that one out there.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. A pause and the 0-2. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Stephen Piscotty is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Strike 2.
throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
Colton Wong stands in as he looks at a called strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. 0-2. Here it comes. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they... Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He's going to lead things off in their half of the ninth as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Carpenter is there, and that won't help the cause. It's a quick out here to start the home ninth.
Hey, every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Here's Corey Seager, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Bauer's ready. Here's the first pitch. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Look into Molina, now the 1-1. This is in the air out to straightaway center. On the move is Fowler, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Piscotty's there for it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. Trevor Bauer gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Chris Sale takes the loss despite striking out 11 batters. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 2 runs.